She didn't think she would miss you until the silence got too loud. That's how it always begins. Not with a dramatic confession, not with an apology, not with her showing up at your door in the rain like in the movies. It begins with a tiny crack in her armor. A thought she can't shake off at night. A memory that creeps in when the world is quiet and no one is watching. You see, she didn't plan to regret you. She thought walking away would feel like freedom. She thought your absence would feel like power. She thought someone better would come along and make her forget the way your name sounded in her mouth. But time doesn't bend for pride, and the mind doesn't obey when the heart still whispers your name. At first she feels relief. The air feels lighter without the tension, without the fights, without the little compromises that stacked up like bricks between you. She tells herself she's fine. She posts the photos. She goes out. She tries to prove it to herself and to the world, and maybe for a while she even believes it. But the truth about regret is that it's patient. It waits until the thrill wears off. It waits until the distractions are not enough. It waits until she's alone with her own thoughts. That's when the first questions come in. What if she misjudged you? What if you were better than she was willing to admit? What if that moment when she pulled away was just fear in disguise? Women don't regret losing men who are desperate to get them back. They regret losing men who become unavailable, untouchable and calm. Men who don't explain themselves. Men who don't beg. Men who don't text paragraphs to fix what can't be fixed. Because here's the hidden truth. Regret doesn't bloom in noise. It grows in silence. The more quiet you become, the louder you echo in her mind. She starts to remember your good parts first. The things she overlooked because her ego needed to focus on your flaws. She replays the moments when you protected her, made her laugh, held her when she fell apart. She tries to rewrite the ending in her head, but there's no reply from you this time. And that's when it hits her. You're not waiting anymore. You're not standing still like a backup plan. You're not checking her stories, liking her pictures, giving her that soft comfort that says, I'll be here if you change your mind. She scrolls through old conversations, half hoping you'll text her first, but you don't. She waits for your name to pop up when her phone lights up at 2 a.m., but it doesn't. She wonders if you found someone else. She wonders if you even think about her at all. That's the kind of wondering that keeps her awake. That's the kind that feeds regret. Regret is not about losing a man. It's about losing what she thought she'd always have access to. Your warmth, your attention, your effort. When you go silent, you teach her that you can live without her. That's terrifying to someone who secretly hoped you couldn't. This is the part no one tells you. When a woman regrets losing you, she doesn't announce it. She hints at it. She drops breadcrumbs. She reacts to your posts. She watches your stories from fake accounts. She sends a casual, hey, hope you're good message at midnight. She'll pretend it's nothing, just checking in, just seeing how you are. But behind that small message is a storm of questions she doesn't want to ask out loud. Do you still care? Are you still the same man? Would you take me back if I asked? And this is where most men ruin everything. They jump at the first sign of regret. They spill their feelings. They tell her how much they've missed her. They undo the silence too soon. And just like that, the power flips. She knows she can have you again, so the regret fades. The only way to keep her regret alive is to stay calm, stay disciplined, stay silent. If you want her to truly feel the weight of losing you, you have to mean it when you say you've moved on. And here's the truth, you have to actually move on. You can't fake strength. You can't pretend you're busy healing while stalking her every move. You can't claim you're done while sending mixed signals at 3 a.m. Women can feel it when you're bluffing. They can smell it when you're pretending. Regret only grows when your absence feels real, when she senses that your life is better without her, when she sees you looking good, doing better, laughing without her. That's when she sits with her own choices and wonders if she chose wrong. It's not about punishing her. It's not about revenge. It's about respect for yourself. It's about the discipline to stand still while she feels the loss. There's a hidden power in not reacting, in letting someone taste the consequences of walking away from you, in not rescuing them from the discomfort of missing you. Most men never master this. They chase, they plead, they try to fix it all with words. But words don't change regret. Distance does. If she regrets losing you, it's because you made her see something she didn't value before. Your silence, your distance, your calm, it flips the narrative in her mind. You become the one that got away. The man who didn't fold, the man who didn't break. She'll test you. She'll send small hooks to see if you'll bite. A like, a comment, a question that feels harmless. But each time you respond too eagerly, you shrink in her eyes. She's not looking for the old you, the man who would drop everything for her attention. She's looking to see if you've changed, if you've grown, if you can stand where you are and let her come to you. So what happens when she regrets losing you? She circles back in quiet ways. She drops hints and waits to see if you catch them. She starts small, a reply to your story, a question about your life. If you stay calm, she comes closer. If you chase, she runs again. This is the moment that defines men. Do you let her regret deepen, or do you erase it with your neediness? Do you stay silent and let her wonder, or do you tell her everything she wants to hear? If you want her to feel what she's done, you must do the hardest thing for a man to do. Nothing. Let her sit in her own thoughts. Let her deal with her own decisions. Let her feel the emptiness she created. You don't punish her with anger. You punish her with absence. You don't attack her with words. You remind her who you are by who you become without her. Strong, calm, focused, unavailable. And maybe she'll reach out one day with an apology she never thought she'd say. Or maybe she won't. But by then, you'll realize her regret was never your goal. Your goal was to become a man so grounded that you never needed her regret to feel whole. And that's when you win. When her regret means nothing to the man you've become, when her silence matches yours, when you know you could have her back, but you don't need to. Because the truth is, sometimes they come back, but the man you are now doesn't. He doesn't go backward. He doesn't beg for old love. He doesn't break his silence for half-hearted promises. She regrets losing you because you didn't just wait for her to change her mind. You changed your life. You rebuilt. You learned how to love yourself deeper than she ever could. You stopped needing her to see your worth because you see it now, clear as day. And that, right there, is what she feels when she lies awake at night. The echo of a man she thought she'd always have in her orbit. Now gone. So let her regret it. Let her wonder. Let her wish she'd stayed. Your life moves forward. Your silence remains. And somewhere out there, she stares at her phone, thinking of a man she can't reach anymore. Stay calm, stay silent, stay powerful. And if you ever doubt yourself, remember this: regret always comes for the man who no longer needs it. If you felt this, if you know this truth sits somewhere deep inside you, subscribe, stay here. There's more they'll never tell you, but I will.